Hello, welcome to the Team Uninkables podcast. My name is ZeGaming, and today I'm with one of my good friends here, Treadeasy from Lore Club at Gilded Dragon. Treadeasy, most handsome Lorcana player in North Kakalaki.
No, I don't know about all that now.
How you doing, bud?
Good man. How you doing?
Doing great, doing great. Had a lot of good times the past couple weeks with Lorcana. Getting to meeting a whole bunch of new players. Got to hang out with you and all my other friends.
Yeah, it's a good time,
it,
man.
it was great times, great times. Um, so I gotta ask you, how are you feeling after DLC Richmond?
Uh, Tired. Probably the best answer for it. Really tired. Uh, in a good way, but that's so exhausting. It's taken me just about all week to get back into the swing of things.
I mean, that's what happens when you Baja Blast your way to day two, right? It's just
Something like that, man. Something like that. Was not expected, but it worked out fine for me. So.
I mean, you perform consistently and great, like every time I see you. Like you do phenomenal work.
I appreciate it. The set champs are a little different than the 2,000 person tournament, so it's
yeah,
whole different beast.
whole different beast, man. But I'm seriously so happy that y'all you made it. Some of our other good friends made it. I mean, I was cheering for you guys like all the way. Like I was so hyped for you guys.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you now, what's your thoughts since now that DLC Richmond's over? We just got a couple more set champs. We're kind of at the long end of the tooth of Whispers in the Well. What do you think of Whispers in the Well? Like the meta wise, like what have your thoughts and opinions been of this meta?
I mean, overall, I actually really like it. I think it's really good. It's way better than Set 9 was. Set 9 was. I enjoyed it to an extent, but not that much. This is. I think it's great. It's not perfect, but no set or format is. But it's. I think it's just solid.
I agree. Yeah, I would say that's very accurate. Set 9, I enjoyed it, but I understand the gripes. I understand the gripes.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you tore Fabled as well. I mean, you were killing Fabled, but in fact, you took me out of set champs over there.
Do what I can, nothing but love, but had to do it too,
Nothing but love, bro. But yeah, but I would say Whisper's been a lot of fun. Is there any like highlight cards of the set, like that you really like that have been introduced?
I mean MMS for obvious reasons. Yeah, I mean there's so many. Mowgli, I think it's great.
Okay.
I really like Mowgli. I mean Cinderella just makes insane games. Pretty much everything but all the good purple cards they made. I'm kind of whatever on those, but a lot of other just solid card. Webby, I think it's a great card. Really gives a finger to blue decks if you can get it out early. It's just I mean Whispers is just stacked with good stuff.
That's interesting because when I'm doing these questions, I'm expecting most people to probably say like whatever deck they're playing. Like MMS, I was not surprised you said that. I had Applejack yesterday on here, and her opinion was mostly like a lot of the purple cards. So it's like, oh yeah, of course you would like this, right? But then you just go around saying, yo, know what? Mowgli's the GOAT. Like, and that's one of your counters, right? Like that's a counter.
Yeah, no, it's a card you have to think about if you're playing against any yellow deck. You have to respect it, but you can also play around it easy enough if you're looking for it. But if you're not thinking about it or not respecting it, I mean, he can just come and just really punish you. And I like stuff like that.
I like cards like that. I do.
So it makes you can play around it, but if you don't respect it, you'll get pants by the shirtless child. So what can I say? I like this kind of things, those kind of cards.
Yeah. Um, I fully agree. Mowgli is one of those cards. I think he's gonna be like, especially like if we ever talk about Infinity stuff. I think he's gonna be like a mainstay because like he's just one of those
Absolutely.
cards now, right? Like kind of like
Well,
Ursula is. Like you just have to always think about him now,
well, he can also sing bare necessities, which is like thematic and just ridiculous at the same time.
right?
Um, so that's
That's
yeah. I'm glad
crazy,
they're not
bro.
both together in this. That'd be a little too much, but
Hmm.
Infinity's this
Yeah,
whole other thing.
bro. I played a little bit of Infinity. Yeah, that ain't the truth right there. So a question that one of our good buddies, uh, Paul, asked for these interviews, and I really like the questions. So I want to ask like everyone I have on here, what makes you decide on the deck? Like, what made you choose this deck for DLC Richmond?
Um, I mean, really, it's about the only deck I've played this set since day one.
Okay.
I mean, I played a little bit of yellow purple for like a week or so. But since, well, I mean, we had a tournament the day after the set dropped at Gilded, and I
Hmm.
scrounged up 4 Cinderellas uh, from our stuff or just borrowing them, and
Hmm.
just played a rough draft version of it. And I was like, I really like this deck a lot, and I've just stuck with it the whole time. It's just perfect for me. I played the detectives for a while. Um, I think it's more fun. It's way more fun with all the
Hmm.
detective stuff and Judy Hopps and everything. Uh, but I don't. It.
It's not
I
as
don't know.
powerful, right?
I don't feel. It doesn't feel as powerful. Like it just doesn't feel as strong to me. But it's way more fun. So you know, for little small tournaments and stuff, I played it. But for the big guns, I had to go back to the regular stuff. But no, I mean it's just the stuff. I've been playing blue decks a lot the last several sets. Um, I just like the way it plays. I really like the whole control aspect of it. Um, just kind of catching people off at the beginning. Board wiping them wasn't a thing last set, except for heads held high under the sea. Uh,
Hmm.
it just kind of
Yep.
clicked with me right away, and I was like, okay, I really like this deck. You have to think, like 2, 3, 4 turns ahead of what you're wanting to do, and not every deck does that. And
Yeah.
I personally, I just like that. I like mapping out and thinking what I'm doing in a few turns and what's going to happen. And I mean, blue green's like the best deck to do that with. So I guess that's just really I picked it. Just first deck I tried and first deck. I mean, it really clicked for me. I like yellow purple some. Um, it just wasn't really my style. It, you know, I it didn't really click with me, so I just went back playing blue green.
Interesting, because yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Like I personally also love those kind of decks. Like you and I played last day. I was on Brainiac. That's another deck
Yeah,
that's very much like that.
no,
Like you
that's
have to like
definitely
think like
thinking a few turns
way
ahead,
ahead.
times a
Yeah.
hundred.
I love those kind of decks. I played red purple back in the day. I found Brainiac. I thought that was great. I tried blue green this set. I actually did play detectives. Um, I was suggested out of it just because like the pace, like pacing is a big thing. You have to like be able to play quick if you're gonna play a deck like that. And I just did not have
Yeah,
it for DLC. So I was like, for set champs, I could probably pilot fine, but DLC, I do not want to go to time.
yeah,
So
and that is the thing. I went to time a lot, or very very close to it,
yeah,
um, just
no breaks.
because 3 games in an hour in a blue mirror sometimes is just a slog. Because uh, so yeah, just you have to really really know what you're doing with it and just kind of roll and just see what happens. And then
Right.
also DLC, everybody's playing slower because everybody's nobody wants to make a mistake or anything.
Hmm.
So taking those really slow decks there can. I mean, I did get punished with it with a early tie. Um, but I mean, it happens and you learn from it and everything. So
Yeah. that comes with like piloting a deck, right? You get those reps in, and then you know, as my team
Oh
captain
yeah.
Franz will say, billion games, like, and you
Oh
learn
yeah. If
those
you've already
like
been
muscle
in a
memory.
situation, in practice, awkward situation, and then once it comes to the game, instead of burning a minute or so trying to figure it out, you already know. So yeah,
Yeah.
repetition is the number one thing, especially with a deck like this.
Okay. Okay. Um. So I'm actually gonna go and show everyone the deck list now. Let's take a look at it. So this is the one that you took to Richmond. Um, what we say are the highlight core cards of the deck, like that you have, you have to play them. These are the most important things, the MVPs
I mean,
for a new player to understand.
Teapot Stale, Clarabelle, Phillip, MMS. That's can't go home without all that stuff. Um, Even you're welcome, and I'd say the vast majority of the deck is you really can't. It all just kind
Okay,
of comes together. You can't really play this
so this is
deck without a lot of the stuff in it.
a very tight list. Then.
Yeah, it's the same list that several other people made top 32 with. The only different with the winter ones, he played the improvisers over the Under the Seas, which I wish I'd have done. Like I said, I didn't play Under the Sea at Gilded, and because I knew nobody on Dogs would be there, but I got a little scared about going to a DLC open, not knowing what I want to play against, and I, hedged them in, and they were okay, but going back, I wouldn't have even bothered with them.
Okay,
Everything else is great.
okay, that's actually really good to hear that you mentioned that because that was something I was going to ask you. Was like, hey, is there anything in this list that you would change? Like, what would you add in? What are some of the tech cards that you were thinking about to add into this deck when going into Richmond? So obviously, Undersea was one of them.
Yeah, and it was for aggro or dogs, and so I played aggro and dogs my first and last round, and there were two of my losses, and
Hmm.
one of the dogs game. I played 3 visions in a develop in one turn, trying to dig for Under the Sea, for one of them. Still didn't see it, and I'm just like, all right, yeah, screw this card. Like this is not it. Like it's just the situation where it comes up where it wins you the game. It's just so small, and you gotta get so lucky with it.
It's
I
not
just
worth
don't
it.
even want to bother with it. Like because every other match, so many other times in matches, it's so awkward. I think awkward is the best way to put that card. So
Yeah, like if I go actually over here to Lorcana Hunter, if anyone is looking for a good resource, this is it. Like right now, but like we could look at like the two big ones real quick. Deck. Oh, whoops. It does take a second to load, but all right, yeah, but this resource is great. So he did not run Undersea, if I recall. In fact, I don't think either of them did. So like,
yeah, the
I
only
see like two
difference in ours
improvised.
was two improvised for 2 Under the Sea, and that was it. Um,
Yeah, and the same kind of goes for Sky, I believe. I think Sky was basically on this exact list, but he had three
3
improvised
improvised and
and
3 John.
three. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, is that what you probably would have done
yeah,
going into this
absolutely. Yeah,
tomorrow?
I ran some improvises and at Gilded, and the card it's like a Swiss Army knife. It does so much. Literally nothing feels better than on the draw and you hit a Palace Guard with improvised first turn. You're just like, all right, cool. I probably just won the game because that's like 5 lore. They're not getting off that one card,
Right.
or they get greedy and quest with a Clarabelle or something. You can take it out with a Teapot or your own Clarabelle. It just does so much stuff. One big thing, a lot of the uh, all the characters really, except for Big Phillip, they all have 5 strength. Basil, John, and Clarabelle. And sometimes you got to hit a 6 willpower like Hades, and that's like super super relevant just to boost it to take it out. Donald Duck to take out a red Diablo. Like
Mhm.
card does everything. I really wanted to play it, but I feel like I could beat Purple Steel without it. I mean, I didn't. The match never had any trouble with it really. So that's why I was like, well, if I have to cut something, I'll trim those for the Under the Seas and see how it goes. But it didn't really work out that way. I also never played any Purple Steel in Richmond, which is crazy. So I guess it didn't really matter either way.
I can look at that right now. That's crazy. Yeah, you did not.
All basically just
A
nothing
lot of
but blue,
blurple
green,
then.
and blurple, and then one red, blue.
Those improvisers would have
And
been good against those blurples.
yeah,
You
I
would have
mean, there
taken
was
out
a
the
couple.
Ziagos.
A couple games against Moxies. My second loss. Iago's were kind of putting in work.
Yeah.
I would have really loved a couple improvises there, but yeah,
Hey.
since I got that tie kind of early in round 4, I kind of got stuck in the blue limbo and just nothing but
Mhm.
mirrors and green blue or green blurple.
But hey, man, you're trained for that. You know it. Like you play
I'm fine.
blue your whole career
I'll
pretty much.
Yeah, no, I'll play both of those all day. I feel great against Blurple. I do think that deck, it really depends on how good the person is against green blue, like how they know how to play against it. Um, and in the mirror, I feel great into it. I mean, it can be kind of a coin flip sometimes, but I won all the ones I played. Uh, I I played against Fungus a lot actually online, and
Really?
like testing and training is not by intentionally. They just kept running into each other on the mirror,
That's
and
a
like he just like demolished me like 10 times in a row. Like it wasn't even close. Just beating after beating. But like I learned like a whole ton from that. Um, just like inking every turn no matter what. I mean, every some games he'd be at like 19 ink and I'd be at like 11 or 12. And you could just do so much more stuff. And so like just getting beat by him nonstop a couple nights in a row made it. Every time I played the mirror, I was like, I'm gonna win. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna lose this one. And it worked out so far. I mean, it worked out for me there. Still can kind of go either way though. It really just depends. But
right. Well, hey, Fungus, if you ever see this, thanks, man. You helped my buddy out.
yeah, appreciate it.
That's awesome, dude. That's really cool because I mean that's not easy to do. That like get up there in the leaderboards. We won't name it.
Yeah, we're both really high up there, and it was late at night, so there wasn't a lot of other options, and just kept running into them, and just kept getting smacked around. So
that's so cool,
I mean,
dude.
I'd rather that happen, at night on Christmas break than happen at the DLC. So
That's awesome. Hey, that's great. So, we talked about the core, we talked about the tech choices. I kind of have a feeling I know what the answer to this one, but what are your good and bad matchups for this deck? That they're gonna pick up this deck tomorrow, which probably honestly ain't the best idea. Like you probably should like get some practice in. But like let's say they're gonna pick this up tomorrow, go somewhere. What are the good matchups and what are the bad matchups?
I'll play against any deck that's not dogs and feel perfectly fine. And I guess Amber's still aggro, but that's not really a big thing. I mean, it is around here some, I guess now. Any kind of purple deck I'll play against. Even green purple, just regular tempo. I feel fine against now after playing against it so much. The burn deck, I think it's almost a free win. That I couldn't tell you the last time I lost to that deck.
Really?
Yeah, it's if you know you're playing against it right off the gate, it's even easier. Even if you're blind into it, it's still good enough. The only thing dogs is just miserable. Dogs, but dogs, it solely depends on how good the player is. Because in testing, I'd play with Bo down at the shop. I mean, he'd smoke me like 6-0. have me running my head into a wall. And then I go online and test and play other people on dogs, and I would just steamroll them because they didn't know what they were doing. And so that is also another matchup of it just depends on how good they are. And if they're not that great and don't really know what to do, I feel pretty confident in beating them. But if they're all-star levels of it, I'm probably just gonna get rolled, and it kind of is what it is on that one. There's not many people locally around here that are good enough with it for me to like worry about it. A handful of them, but other than that, I love playing against purple steel. Red purple is just like a freebie. Even if they open perfect, even if they open their perfect curve, I'm still gonna win. Like it's it's great. Yellow purple.
Eat the mid-range decks.
Yellow purple is probably the toughest of them all, just because they can actually get rid of your big stuff pretty easily.
Sure.
Criminal Mind and Horseman, but it's still not bad at all. So yeah, I'd say that's about the matchup. I want Blurple. I love playing against Blurple. I don't like it enough to have to play like 5 or 6 times or however many I did in Richmond, but it feels pretty favored too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5, yeah.
Hey man, that's awesome. I really appreciate that. That's very in depth, and so it sounds like you eat mid-range decks alive, and you kind of want to avoid aggro to some extent. Although very easy for you. I was not expecting that answer.
Well, so little Clarabelle, if I know they're on it, I'm just gonna hold that until I can pop their items.
Fair.
Yeah. They have no answer to John Silver. John Silver just comes in and just gives them headache. MMS cleans up a lot of their 1-drops. Like if I can hit like a Merfolk and double Pegasus with it, it's crazy. Under the Sea kills everything too if you're playing that. Like if you know what you're playing against, just John Silver and Lil Clarabelle over and over, I don't know. I just don't think it's that. Not that you can't lose to it, because it can have just insane draws, and it is a burn deck at the end of the day. It can just get you. I feel comfortable into it. I'd rather play it with this deck than pretty much any other deck, except maybe dogs.
Right. But I mean, that's really impressive though. And I guess like when you think about it, like you do have a lot of answers for that deck. So it's like like maybe at worst you're getting the 2-1. Unless you just get
like they might catch me with my guard down first game if I don't know what it is. But after that, like your whole game plan just has to pivot when you're playing against it of how to play and what you don't need and everything. But I don't think that deck's really a problem.
Okay, awesome, cool. So anyway, we're gonna go take a look at some mulligans. We're gonna do some alters. This is just something I like for newcomers, like coming into the game. This is probably one of the hardest parts for people to learn this game, I feel like. So it's probably one of the most valuable resources. I want you to do a blind on the play and a blind on the draw.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with on the play.
All right. I'm just on the play blind. I'm just keeping Sale and Donald. I don't really care about Philip going first. The rest of those cost too much right now. And then go 2 into 4, and so I'll ship it all. Ship those 5.
Fair.
That's a hand.
Yeah, it's a hand.
It's a hand. It can work. It's not bad.
Yeah, and you're gonna dig a little bit with this develop and the sale. So it's actually not too bad.
No, it's not bad. I've seen way worse.
Yeah, and you got that Donald. That Donald, this is one of my favorite cards. I love this card.
He's one of the best cards in the deck, honestly, against most decks. Some decks, like that burn deck, I probably wouldn't have them out.
Right.
And, like against dogs, I don't want it out until like 8 ink, and I can drop 2 of them on them if I can make it that far. But against other
Right.
things, I mean, he's just a house. It's games get out of control when he stays on the field too long.
It's amazing because this card came out in set 2. And I remember way
Yeah.
back in the day when I first started playing this game, I couldn't afford Beast, so I was playing this guy. And everyone's like, "Why are you playing Donald? Why you play Donald?" I'm like, "Well, he's kind of like an aggro card. You just play it early and just boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, and yeah, you don't care that you're giving your opponent cards because you're just gonna quest out and keep going,
Yeah.
right? That's
And
how I started. But
and the
now it's like
mind
a
games
control.
Donald has with Clarabelle is just crazy. Like,
Oh, I love that
you
game.
have people they just don't even want to use Donald because you're going
Yeah,
to 5 ink with a little Clarabelle out, and just, I mean, it's crazy. Like,
it's free.
he's just so good. I don't if I have 10 cards and you have 10 cards, pretty much every time my 10 are gonna be better than yours. But if we only each have 2 cards, yours might be better. So the options and big hands are the name of the game in green blue. He's perfect for it.
Love it, love it. Yeah, this card right here. This is probably the MVP half the time.
Oh, absolutely.
If I ever see this across the table, I am trying to take this duck out as soon as possible.
Yeah, and the 5 willpower is so meaningful because of like strength and stuff. It's so awkward to get rid of. Headless Horseman can, I guess, but you've got a couple draws out of him before that, so
Yeah,
who really cares?
yeah. About that point, he's already done his job, and honestly, he takes the horseman hit.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, we're just kind of looking at like turn 1 probably develop, turn 2 sail, probably drop the Clarabelle if we see a ship coming in from the draws.
Yeah, I mean, you could also. It really just depends. You could Clarabelle first turn and then sail develop second turn. Just so you've seen a little bit more with the develop. Or you might just have to just ink the develop off the set. There's a lot of times you just
Ooh,
use develop as ink.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So where we left off. So you would say that developed brain would be ink. See, this is why he's the pro gamer. I'm the interviewer.
Not every time. Like in this game, like with this hand, I would definitely play it. It's just sometimes, especially mainly with Teapot and Cindy, like you need every bit of ink.
Right.
So like you could play the sail, but you're just gonna ink whatever you get off of. Or I mean the develop. You just play the develop. You're gonna ink whatever you get off of it anyway. Like you'd use it as ink. Sometimes when you have to like hyper ramp or something, so there's really no point. No, but for this hand, I would probably go ahead and I played develop first.
Okay.
And then because the off chance if I'm playing against burn or something like, and I want to keep that Clarabelle for an item, I'd ink one of the Phillips. Just go from there. This hand's got a lot of potential. It just depends on what you draw in the next couple turns.
Okay. So we're gonna do on the draw now. Blind.
All right.
Okay.
So on the draw, on the play, I like to focus on Clarabelle. On the draw, I don't really even care about her. It's all about getting the Phillip shift. So I would keep Sail, 1 Phillip, and Teapot.
I see.
And yeah, we'll see what we get.
Okay, so we got the ship line, but we don't have MMS yet.
No, but that's fine because now, you can play Teapot on 2 and then sail Phillip on 3, and that puts you up to 5 ink going to 6 next turn. So don't even need Cinderella. This hand's I think it's pretty good. Like All
Yeah.
depends on what you're going against, but you just need MMS. And like I said, Teapot 2, Sail on 3, into Philip. And all depends, you draw a Cindy or something, it might could change. But yeah, I wouldn't be devastated by this. It has a lot of potential. Like I said, I for the vast majority of the case, you're just wanting to get the Philip combo off going second more than you're really worried about with Clarabelle, because they're going to be just trying to dump their hands out as quick as they can. If they see you're on blue green. So
Yeah, I've even experienced that with Brainiac. Like, I played the 1-drop. I don't even have the shift target, and like I don't have the shift. I don't have big Clarabelle in my hand. I just played the 1-drop, and man, they just dump their hands so quick and flop them out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, which that falls. If they do that, then they get caught in the Philip line, And if they keep them all in their hand, they get hit by Clarabelle. So it's really a pretty rough catch-22 for them, which is one reason I just really like the deck.
Great minds think alike. I love it.
Absolutely, man.
100%. So we've done on the blind on the play and draw. So you said your bad matchups is basically dogs and to some extent Ember Steel, right? Would you say that the Mulligans are relatively similar or the same there?
Yeah. If you're playing Under the Sea, like I said, it helps with both. Amber Steel has, they have Mowgli, so you got to be careful about that. But they don't have Ursula to rip it. But they also have Pete to stop it.
Yeah.
Said that's you don't really see that deck around very much. A couple people around here, but right. I got by it the very first round. He kept 7 both times. It was 2-0 in about 7 or 8 minutes. It was rough. It was a great way to start. So
hey, but you rebounded real quick. You just went like, hey, you know what? We're just gonna win like every other game.
I tried. I was like, can't get any worse from here.
So, yeah, you're gonna Baja Blasted me too, baby.
Yeah. Well, the guy, super nice guy, he was wearing a Triangle Area Trading Card shirt, and I'd never seen him before. Nice. So I asked him where he was from, and he's like, "Oh, I'm from Texas." My buddy Rigo gave me this shirt. Staying with all of them, him and Sal and Matt and all of them this weekend, and I was like, "Small world." We play them all the time, and and Matt had smoked me a couple weeks ago with that Amber Steel deck online, and so when he started it and said he kept 7, I was like, I bet he's on this, and I'm about to get rolled, and he was, and I got rolled, pretty rough, but I mean,
yeah, well,
it is what it is. It happens. It was fine. So,
and like I said, small world. That's actually really cool. Like,
yeah,
great to see community members out and about. Just even ones from out of the state, just kind of rolling. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, it was wild. The first, I think it was the first 3 rounds I had. I either knew the person, or they were like, or knew of them, or they were like, from around here.
Yeah.
So
that was so cool for DLC Richmond, like to see so many familiar faces.
Yeah, it was wild. It was very different than Milwaukee. Probably knew a good quarter of the room, it felt like.
Yeah, that was great. So I got a new hand for you on the play against, we'll say, dogs and Amber Steel together. Like, we'll just kind of bundle the 2 together because, like you said, it's pretty similar. They're already growing at this.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm on the play, I don't have to worry about them ripping the sail with a Mowgli. I mean, I'm not keeping Bend, You're Welcome, or Mother Knows Best, and Big Phillip either. He's just, against those decks, you don't want him opening. I probably just keep Sail, Clarabelle, and Cindy.
Sail, Clarabelle, Cindy. Okay, so yeah. All right, let's
just cross my fingers and see what happens.
Oh, actually, That's not bad, actually.
It's not horrible. I've seen way worse.
Yeah.
The John Silver is nice too because you can go 2-4-6
That's what I
into
was
it.
looking at. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, with the
you know,
Cindy, this is so much better.
oh yeah. That's John Silver is so good here solely because of Cindy. Otherwise, I don't think he'd
Give it
be
too
nearly
slow.
as good. I mean, this hand's not bad at all. Just really just depends on theirs and how fast they can go. So
Right. I mean, that's how it is at the end of the day, right? Like you're kind
yeah,
of just you're just kind of hoping, praying on that one. But like honestly, if I saw this, I probably wouldn't be too upset.
no, not
Because
at all,
even
not at
against
all.
Mowgli, right? Like you could kind of like ink through these.
Yeah, you can. I mean, because you can
You could
ink
probably like
like
ink this one.
you could ink the develop and the MMS early, like on turn 1 and 2 to try to dodge Mowgli or Ursula. But if it's on dodge, it all just depends on what they play on their first turn. Like if they
Hmm.
play the 0-3 lady, I'm not really thinking about Mowgli or Ursula. If
Nah,
they
'cause they're
play
gonna
that,
go fast.
I'm expecting a Tramp or a Webby and another character. If they play a Daisy first turn or something else, or a Bobby, that's what I'm thinking about of you know Mowgli or Ursula. So it really just all depends on what they play is what I would do. But I'll probably just ink to develop, play the Clarabelle, and see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I would expect. Okay.
Or you could ink the MMS too. You need to ink MMS and play Clarabelle actually probably. So
Mhm. Yeah, if you were like particularly worried about the Mowgli stuff, I would probably be like looking at these first as your inks.
yeah,
But yeah, but that's a good insight though. It really depends on their opener. If it's kind of slow, then they're probably gonna play Ursula Mowgli just to snipe something. If they get Lady on one, they're probably gonna just try and
balls to the walls and
balls to the wall you. Yeah,
see how it goes.
because Mowgli's too slow. If they open Lady and then just play Mowgli, that's actually really bad for them.
Yeah, I'm actually, I'd love to see that. I'd be so
Right.
happy to see that.
Yeah. You're like, oh dang, sorry, bud.
Yeah.
All right, let's see on the draw now. Ooh, okay. Yeah, most of this is going, I imagine.
I mean, I probably just have to keep a Teapot and Clarabelle, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Let's see. Oh well, okay. The Mother Knows Best is a little awkward here, but everything else I think is actually pretty solid.
No, I mean, against like any purple deck or something like that's a amazing
Yeah,
hand.
this is perfect against purple. Like
that's
you
great.
just auto win with this.
Yeah, that's just an amazing but on the drawn dogs, I mean,
Yeah, you'd rather be looking.
you just
for
see
like,
what you can do. Ink the You're Welcome, play the Clarabelle. They rip the Mother Knows Best, they rip it. If not, ink it with Teapot and just see what happens.
right, of course. So now that we've done that, let's. Unfortunate because this would have been perfect for the hand, but if you come across, let's say, a purple deck, which is what we will say is like your good matchup, right? In the meta. What are we looking at going on the play? Just against any random purple deck.
Well, ramp will be nice, and
Yeah, we don't have it.
there's nothing here. I would keep the develop. I know some people say
All 7.
it would or wouldn't. It just depends on the number of develops and stuff. I will say, like, if you miss ramp in this deck, it's really not the end of the world at all.
Mm-hmm.
There are some lines going second where I don't even want to ramp onto. Like, I'll play develop into visions, into little Phillip, and then ramp. However, Cindy, Teapot, Sail, and then do the combo. Going first is not big deal. I'll probably just keep the develop you could say keep the visions too just in case, but
Now you're
I'll probably
really lowering your odds.
yeah, I'll just keep the one develop.
Yeah,
and
because
just
you
see
honestly
what
could
happens.
give it this late. Like this is actually much
Yeah, no,
better.
it's better. It's better later, but there are some times where you do want to play early. But it just depends on the rest of your hand. But since you don't really, have anything else, I just keep it developed. See what happens.
And we're shuffling away 3 now too. That's another like contextual thing. Like, okay, we're shuffling 3, so these are definitely going to be found later in the game now because we just saw them here. So let's see what we get now. Okay.
I'll
Yo,
take it.
We're cooking.
If
we had a 1-drop player, this is the auto win.
Yeah, even then though, if you can go like double Donald, that just gets and you're that's a stupid hand. I don't see you losing that one.
You gotta make Gio cry over there and Gilded and me cry over here playing red purple. Like, oh no, stop it! Your card advantage. Oh, I lost you again. Fraud.
I would say the only purple deck that's somewhat. Oh, hello, you're back.
I'm back. I hear you now.
Okay.
I just said, oh no, poor red purple players, and then drops.
Just of course. I'd say the only blue or the only purple deck that is, and it all just depends. Can be somewhat of a headache. When Blurple, if they you keep double, if they keep double ramp, they can ramp on 2 and 3 into a Demona early. Yeah. Especially if they're on the play, it kind of counters your little Phillip actions pretty hard, and so that's the only. Like sometimes it's not best to go for the Phillip combo right away against Blurple because they can Demona you before you can get it off. But any other deck, like especially Purple Steel, that's all I'm gunning for is the Phillip stuff and with red purple.
Okay.
But
yeah.
On the play like this is
a dumb
too
hand,
good, man. Too good.
All right, so let's do on the draw, and then we're gonna basically close up for this part here. Okay. Yes, Purple Steel. This is looking great.
Okay, this is really good.
Yeah.
I'd probably just, if I'm on the draw, I'm gonna send back You're Welcome and John Silver.
Okay.
Because you got 2 ramps, you can double ramp if you need to, or fast, or you might not have to, depending on what you get back. And you could even say you could keep like the You're Welcome just as ink, but I would just send them both back.
Yeah, they come in handy quite later in the game too. So
well, that, but also you're still looking for MMS. So like every card kind of counts, and you have Teapot. If you get uninkable, so you have Teapot. So
right.
Speaking of,
Teapot.
that's great. Yeah, and this is a situation right here where it might be worth it. You might have to like ink the develop and pass if you're trying to go Teapot into sale. You might not have. Yeah, you might not have the ink to be able, the cards to be able to play that develop and keep whatever card you get. So that this is a situation, depending on the next draw too, or the one draw. I'd probably just ink a Phillip first, but I could easily see inking the develop. And
at some point within the next 2 turns. Yeah. First 2 turns.
So.
Yeah, I'm glad this actually came up because like we were talking earlier about the develop inking, because a lot of people are just like, yeah, DYV, just play it, but you're like, nah, like there's actually times to ink it, like there are times to ink it, so that's actually really cool.
The thing here, because if you inked a Phillip and played it and say you got an MMS, well, you can't double ramp now. because you need everything in your hand.
Right.
And even then you play Teapot on 2, and if you played Sail and Philip on 3, you're not gonna have any time. There's no time to play the develop there other than that very first turn. You can do a Teapot, and then with Sail, you don't have any extra ink left over. So there's really no time to play it other than the first turn, and I wouldn't do it here. So
this we got here. This actually looks like a pretty decent stand for dogs.
Yeah.
Dang, if only these were reversed, right?
Yeah, like you just can't keep under the sea in the opening against them, even though it's great. Like you can shift Philip and sing it, which is really cool, but like it's not.
Yeah, it's gonna get discarded because they usually run like 6 to 8 like discards.
Yeah, no, it's just not gonna last.
Yeah, it's never gonna make it.
Yeah,
fucking dream though, right?
If only.
All right. So that was all fun. I'm gonna just do a quick last little thing before we close up. So out of all this here, these are all your matchups for Richmond. Was any of these like you want to just highlight real quick? Like any of these players that like you're like, yo man, like that game, that was awesome, bro. Like, yo, anything like that? Anything you remember?
I mean, all the games were great. I didn't have a game against anybody who was, a bad opponent or a problem or anything. You see, a lot of those games went to a game 3 later on. I mean, that game 4 and the draw, we didn't even start the third game. I think our first game was like 40 minutes or something crazy. And the round 3, I remember that first game took 48 minutes. And I somehow crawled it back and won. He bended me on like the 4th or 5th turn, took away my bend, and I just kind of kept inking off the top, and I hit a Visions into a Clarabelle and kind of pulled myself back in it and somehow pulled it out and won with like 12 minutes left to go. So, and then, I think that game went to time. I think I won on like the last turn of time on that one. Super close game. I mean, everybody's good. The last round against Justice, it's another time Under the Sea just kind of failed me. That third game, super back and forth. Thought I had it at one point. Hard playing the MMS, and then using my little guys to take out all his little guys, so he couldn't tramp me next turn. It was good, but I just needed drawing Under the Sea in like 3 or 4 turns straight in order to win, and just kind of fell flat every time. So it was you just can't bank on that card.
It makes me think like, it's just really not worth running. Like, just be super mega overpowered in everything else, and just accept that you're gonna probably lose to dogs.
Yeah, and it is what it is. My loss against Moxies, we started the third game with like 10 minutes left, and looking back now, like I mulliganed a little too greedy. I should have done a few different things in my mulligan with that one. It might have gone a little different, but we're both kind of rushing for time. Because we knew, so
you couldn't draw.
Yeah, we didn't want to. I mean, a draw's a loss at that point. And
exactly,
so
for both of you.
We're both rushing. We're not, being dicks about it or anything, but it was just, we both knew like we have to finish this one fast, and that's questionable things. I had to play my buddy Chris the second round. That was tough.
Yeah.
Me and him go back 30 some years. And
I love Chris, man. Chris is such an awesome guy.
Chris the man. I got him into playing it when Megan and I started.
Thank you. Because you know what, Chris, hope you're watching this, but you rock. You're awesome.
But it was rough. We kind of joked about it because a lot of us actually lost the first round. So we're all pairing to each other, and that's what happened. So
well, we were like 25% of the room.
Yeah, right. God almighty. But I mean, it was good. Everybody was good. It was just so much Blurple and Green Blue. It was insane.
Yeah, you
But
got a lot,
even before
dude.
the tie, that I didn't play against Purple Steel at all, which I still like. It's
That's
ridiculous.
crazy. You're welcome. I
Um,
took 2 of them for you.
yeah, I mean, I would love to play against them, like, but
Uh,
it's kind of like the sandwich of Amber Steel first round and Dogs the last round, just kind of sandwich it all in. Uh, so if I had won that last one, I think I would have been like 40th or so, 38th, 40, something like that. I
would
don't
have
know.
been crazy.
But lost, 8-3-1. It
Dude,
could be better.
amazing run.
Yeah, I mean, several people, Sam and Zarek and all them did way better than me with Green Blue, this weekend or last weekend. But
Also phenomenal
it's,
players, to be fair.
no, they're all good. No, I don't regret anything. I always look back on some of the losses or the ties or whatever and think about might could have done something a little different. The tie I had round 4.
So this was your run. I think you did a phenomenal job, but this is also why I wanted to talk to you specifically, because you are very analytic of like how you play and like all your runs and your play, like all your plays and stuff. And I just felt like talking to you would be such a great resource for all of our locals. So like just to get to pick your brain a little bit, and especially with a hard to pilot deck like uh green blue,
Yeah,
this is not an easy deck. So
no, it's I it's not as I guess inconsistent as people think. Like, oh, you got to find 3 pieces of a combo and do all that stuff, and it's really like it is, but it's really not that hard. Especially,
I mean, clearly not. Look at all
like
these
if you know what to look for and know how to play and know what directions to take and everything. Like it's really not that much different than any other deck. Like combo wise or anything. Like I said, it is in the day a combo deck. So the more cards you have, the better. Which means the more cards they have, they have 7, you have 7. That's great.
Right.
So it does kind of play very differently to the card advantage with like purple mirrors. It kind of just flips that on its head, which I enjoy.
I do like that one.
And so you don't really, in almost just about every other card game or any game, whoever has the most cards has the most options and is probably, winning or in a good spot. And Clarabelle just spins that all on his head and kind of punishes you.
I do like that a lot with Clarabelle. Like I know a lot of people right now are starting to get tired of her. They're starting to like hate on her a bit when like no one even thought about Clarabelle before rotation. Really, but I really do like what Clarabelle does. Like after rotation, especially, I'll say this: I think green is starting to become one of my favorite colors because I feel like green is that color that likes to bend, like literally, like bend my will up there in the middle there, likes to bend the mindset of a player. You got Clarabelle, you got Ben, you got Go-Go that like messes you up. Like, oh, I can't leave damage anywhere. I can't have too many cards in my hand.
Yeah,
like, what do I do?
It does a little bit of everything. I feel like.
Yeah.
I think that people think about Clarabelle and get frustrated with it. It's more of the "you're welcome" that goes with her that really just kind of seals the deal. By herself, Clarabelle's kind of whatever. Coupled with "you're welcome," though, it's brutal. It's so brutal.
I love that combo though.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's amazing.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's amazing.
It's so good. I don't know. It's fun deck, great day. I've enjoyed it this set. Like I said before, Richmond, a couple of weeks beforehand. I mean, I don't know. I got up to the very, probably about the top 20 of the leaderboards of the online game. Played several hundred best of 1s and best of 3s. Just like all I did for a couple weeks. Man, it helps. It worked. It's still not the same as playing in person though. It's still definitely gotta play in person. We still did that some.
You gotta get the reps.
Yeah, I mean, I still meet up with like Bo and Gio and Megan and Becca and Grant, body, and still play some in person. Because it's just a whole different thing than online. But that's really all it is. You just gotta play a lot. Just play nonstop, and just always be, just with especially with this, just you're always thinking a couple turns ahead.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's just fun. It's just fun. I don't know. Fun for me.
Hey man, it's fun for me too, bro.
It's fun
Like
for me. It's not fun for
person across from you.
Yeah, and another thing I do really like about it, I mean, I've lost count of how many games somebody gets to like 17, 18, 19, and then they lose. Yep. And you just completely can just pull the game back. And there's so many decks that can't do that. Like, Blue Steel is a great example. Like, it's a good deck when it gets going, and it kind of just snowballs and goes crazy. But if it gets disrupted or it gets on the back foot, it's not coming back.
Right.
Red Purple is kind of the same way. Purple Steel, I mean, it can kind of cheat the win with some burn stuff, but like most every other deck, they're just not. They just don't have a way to come back really, and this deck really can just. You're basically kind of giving up a little bit at the early game, and you just kind of stonewall them at the very end. And I know it's frustrating. Like I know it's got to be frustrating, but like it feels great to it's 2-19, and then in 3 turns I've won.
Right.
And you kind of set it up that way. And
I like you for multiple reasons there. Like
I do what I can, man. And it doesn't happen all the time. It sometimes they can still get you, but like it can come back and win. No other deck can do that. Yeah. I don't think it's as good as this one. So like it's never over till it's over with this deck, till they hit 20. Like the game's never over, which I like that part a lot. Like I said, you could be top decking, you get, your hand bent and you top deck a Clarabelle and
you're back in it.
You're right back in. So, I would say the mirrors aren't, I enjoy them to some extent ish. But you really never know what's going to happen. Like, especially at the end, you have no idea what the end of the game is going to be like, because those are just the most swingy, volatile games. Like you can watch, like a purple mirror by turn 5 or 6, you probably already know who's going to win.
What's going to happen, yeah.
You already know what's going to happen, and it's kind of just playing the moves out at that point. Turn 5 or 6 with this deck, you have no idea.
Yeah, so. You guys get to such high ink counts that anything can happen.
Yeah, well, there's a couple.
You gotta be so careful, because one wrong misstep in a mirror, and you get behind by 20, 30 inks worth of cards. Crazy stuff just happens.
Well, in the mirror, or in everything, especially the mirrors, a couple break points for ink. 9 is a big one, so you can visions into a 7-drop. 12 is big, so you can just hard play MMS and fill up. 14 is big because you could play, Basil Clarabelle or Basil Bend or something like that. And that's one reason I don't miss Hades at all, because giving them ink, any deck ink this set is kind of a detriment.
This has definitely felt the worst. This has definitely felt the worst when it comes to giving your opponents ink, because last set especially did not matter. Really.
Last set, yeah. And that's, all the local games I played, I'd play the Clarabelle, do a You're Welcome. I'd draw, 3, 4, 5 cards, and then they have to Hades it. Well, I just got 2 ink from that, now I'm all the way up to, 8, 9, 10 ink. It's just so, especially in the mirror, you don't want to give them any ink whatsoever.
Right.
So
any of these stacked characters, they especially have a boost. And Floodborns, it's kind of tricky.
I was a little skeptical of no Hades at first until I actually tried it, and I was like, oh yeah, this card, I'm never playing this card again. It's Like the only decks I think it's not bad against is like Blurple and Blue Steel. It is pretty good against those two.
Right, because they're playing
Blue
like
Steel,
one thing at a time anyway.
well, yeah, because Blue Steel, you know, the difference in 7 ink and 12 ink in that deck isn't that different, you know.
No.
And Blurple, same way, you know, Hades is a good answer. But it, like everything else, I just don't like it at all.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have a
It's
battle
more or less
or something.
uninkables.
Yeah, and even, you know, I was on 9 uninkables, and that was, you know, now I'm on, you know, 7. It sounds like a crazy low number, but there's so many cards in the deck that are basically uninkables. Yeah, so like the count is way higher. So you really can't play over, you know, 9 or 10 plus uninkables with everything. It just doesn't work.
Right. Okay. I think that's a great segue. We will be coming back for a very fun video with Treadeasy, where he actually reviews a mirror match, a very good one. It was a game 3 over at Gilded, and it's not this list. It's gonna be the list that you had before coming to DLC Richmond, but when you were prepping for this.
Yeah,
but, it was such a good game that like Gio and I really want to pick your brain about it. But
that's
we can
great.
do that at another time.
Yeah, I will say about that one, I knew, or I had a pretty good idea nobody was going to be on dogs there. I knew the only guy, you know, Bo wasn't going to be there, and you know, Paul chickened out, ran away, you know, didn't. He signed, you know, he did, man. He took his name off the list at the end. So, you know, I was, you know, Nate wasn't there, so nobody was on dogs, and so I got to be a little more greedier and play higher, you know, counts and stuff. So that deck was a little different, a little more tailored for there. But you know,
yeah,
it still worked out.
See, and that's the cool thing with this deck too, right? Because like you kind of had that like what would have been good in DLC Richmond, right? Like like what all the pros were thinking. You had it like a week earlier for our set jams.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of crazy, right? Like you kind of already came to that mindset. Like, yes, screw it. I'm not going to say dogs. And if I run into it, I'll take one loss. It's fine. So I'm going to win every other game.
Yeah, that's basically how it was. But you know, I got a little too scared for the DLC, I guess. But
I don't blame you, dude. I don't think anyone would blame you.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I go back and change a few things, but I'm sure pretty much everybody except the winner would say the same thing. So, you know,
honestly, he probably would even.
Yeah, honestly, he probably would do a few different things too. So, I mean, and it was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, I wish I'd done a little better, but still, you know, could have done a whole lot worse too. So,
right, exactly. You made day 2, and you went deep into day 2. So, you know what? That's pretty darn good, man. Looking forward to seeing more of it.
Yeah, I've done a whole lot worse, so I'll say that. Milwaukee, I went a solid 3-3 drop in Milwaukee, so a little bit better here.
Right. All right, man. We're gonna wrap this up with one just little fun question. I'm trying this out with all my friends just to have a little fun. And yeah, I know you're already groaning like, oh god, what's he gonna ask me? So fun little trivia, Lorcana.
All right.
In Disney Lorcana, which princesses are not considered hero cards? You name any. If you get one, is the pass. Any Disney princess that is not a hero in Disney Lorcana, she does not have a hero card.
As in like the card has like
the card has princess on it, but she's not a hero card as well.
Not
almost
a hero.
All of them are heroes.
I'll say this isn't a trick question, is it? Like,
no, there's actually some that are not heroes.
Is Elanway, however you say it?
Elanway?
Yeah.
That's your choice?
Yes.
Goated. All right, she's an ally.
That
She's only one of two. Yeah, two ally princesses.
what can I say?
Hey, man.
Hey,
You got
I
it.
always say that because I looked at the card earlier today and I don't
Yeah.
remember it saying having like all those tags and everything else. But
That's awesome, dude. You got it.
well, that
Just
was
to
it.
give you these, Ellen Week, Charlotte is the other
Charlotte?
ally. Charlotte, she's the friend of Tiana. She was a princess for one day in the movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would have
So
never.
she gets the princess tag. Yeah, it's
would
like
have
I would
never
not.
guessed that in a million years.
There's actually two villains. Two villain
Villains.
princesses. Yeah. Bonus trivia question. I think you might be able to find this one.
Oh God.
One of them's two of them. One of them's very played. You have seen it many times.
Oh God. I should have stopped when I was ahead. A villain princess.
Yeah, there is a villain princess. There's actually two, technically. The second one's kind of a technicality, though. I'm mostly seeing if you can catch the one that's like played a lot right now.
Let me. Would it be Ursula, the yellow Ursula, or the purple, like the Ursula Vanessa? Would she be? Is she
Whoa.
considered?
Get out!
Is it right?
That's the caveat one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's the Eric's bride.
Yeah. Yeah,
Get
because I know.
out of here! Get
Well,
out of here! That's
What
not
can I
even
say, man?
played.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of the yellow one, the singer one, but then the other one, the shift one, where she's sitting on the chair.
Yeah. Oh, see, that would have been how I got you. Oh,
Yeah.
dang it. I gave it to you.
Well, no, the one sitting on the chair, because I know she's
Yeah,
possessed. But
that's
there's
the
a
princess.
Also, there's a different one though.
Yeah, so the singer 4,
Uh-huh.
like the singer Vanessa one that's like sings for 4,
Uh-huh.
that is not a princess. She's a
Okay.
villain sorceress.
Okay.
The Eric's bride, where she's sitting in the chair all
Right,
like, you
that
know,
one's
partying, that one's a princess
that one's a
because she's
princess.
marrying Eric,
Right.
who was hypnotized.
Who was the
The play
the
one?
Yeah, I'm
You're
trying
gonna
to
kick
think.
yourself. You're gonna kick yourself so bad
No.
when you find out.
What color? I bet you I can
All right, I'll narrow it down more. She's Steel.
Steel.
Villain princess. She's played a lot.
Oh, Namari.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
I would kick myself
Yep.
on that one.
Yeah,
that makes
Namari and Ursula are the only two villain princesses. Ursula being a little bit of a caveat that there's only one card that's considered a princess, and then the rest are
Right.
not. Like the purple one is not a princess as well.
Right.
And then there is one caveat, one that is she's a hero in some of her cards, and then other ones she's not, so I didn't count her. But just a fun little one, Maid Marian. 50% are heroes, and then 50 are not. Yeah, that one I would not expect anyone to. That would be like kind of a trick answer.
Okay.
But yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, man. You're
got
gonna
me
be studying
feeling
these cards
awkward
now
now.
because you're gonna be like, man, Corey's gonna have me on the show again at some point because I just kicked butt at this game. I'm gonna have to answer these stupid questions.
Yeah, man, you made me have to start scrolling through Lorcana app, staring at them all, man. Dang.
All right, bud. Well, it's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna let you go here so you can have the rest of your evening. But thank you everybody for watching the Team Unequals podcast, where I'm here with my good friend Treadeasy, Richard, and
I appreciate it, man.
I am ZeGaming. And you know what, man? Y'all have a fun time questing, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.